Welcome to Laundromat News. Today, I am your news anchor, news anchor. I'm your news anchor, Jordan Berry, and I'm bringing you all the latest and greatest in news in laundromats. Now, we've got to start off today again with Tide, making the news, making waves. They are hiring people right now to expand their Tide Services department, which is their laundry services business, laundromat franchise that they've got over there. And I wanted to bring it up because of their stated goal. This is, according to them, their goal is to become the top provider of on-demand laundry services. They're looking to utilize a roll-up strategy where they're building and buying laundromats and branding them under the Tide brand. And they point out how the laundromat dry cleaning industries are fragmented, which is true. And they are looking to consolidate all those. And along with that, they're looking for well-funded, experienced multi-store operators to partner with. So keep an eye on Tide and what they're doing, because again, they have stated their goal is to do a big roll up and coming after our business. So let's keep our eye on that. And listen, all the more reason to take care of your own business there. So that's one thing P&G is doing through the Tide brand. I want to point out, in fairness, something awesome that they're doing. P&G under their Ariel brand has set out to aid over 13,000 people who were affected by the Super Typhoon Carina out there in the Philippines. And I was requested to get some international news going. So here you are, some Filipino laundromat news here, but they are helping to clean up this big mess after her Super Typhoon Carina out there in the Philippines. And I wanted to point it out, number one, to give them props and encourage that kind of thing. But number two, I just want to reiterate that our business is unique in the way that we get to make a difference in communities. And it doesn't have to be through giving out 13,000 free washes. We can make a big difference in the communities that we're serving in lots of different small and big ways. So be on the lookout for ways that you can make a difference and impact your communities. I think it's a huge advantage that we have here in this industry to be able to do that. I wanted to shout out Joe, Dan, and Kelly Reed of Splash 'Em Out Laundry out there in Kentucky, making big moves once again. They have just purchased a Continental Jabrow ironer to do some big time ironing out there in Kentucky in their laundry services business, Splash 'Em Out Laundry or Laundromats. And they have sent over a link to a video. If you want to check out what they're doing with their ironer and what their plans are over there, check out the link in our newsletter. And along with all the other stories here, I want to take a quick second to pause and say, hey, this is a brand new segment. If you have news, it could be big news, like Tide franchise stuff, or if you're a vendor in the business and you've got big news, a merger, an acquisition, a new product launch coming out, this is your PR spot here. So shoot us an email, news@laundromatresource.com. But also, if you're an owner or you're making moves or you're acquiring a laundromat and you want to celebrate, this is for us, right? This is to help us here. So just like Joe, Dan, and Kelly did, sent over a press release of their new ironer and merging into that part of the business. If you want to hear more about that, again, the link's in the newsletter to their YouTube video. But it can be big, it can be small. We're here to dole out the news and to share what's going on in this industry. So news@laundromatresource.com if you've got something coming your way. And that brings us to CleanCloud is growing to over 100 countries. Congrats to those guys. Although I've got beef now with John Buney, who is running CleanCloud over there, who's a buddy of mine, who did not come to the Laundromat News Today segment first to break this news. However, I'll forgive him since we're brand new over here. But congrats to CleanCloud to growing into over 100 countries now. And CleanCloud, it's the largest software provider in the laundry industry by customer base and global reach at the moment. So congrats to those guys, still trying to help us serve our customers better through their software innovations and expanding their footprint. So congrats to CleanCloud. I want to shout out a 13-year-old Crosby Wills, who I don't know and doesn't know he's being featured on this news segment right now, but in Loomis, California, he's got a vending machine that he acquired that he put inside of a laundromat, Country Tubs Laundrette there in Loomis. And I just wanted to shout him out, number one, because that is awesome. And number two, if you're out there and you have a laundromat and you have kids, be teaching your kids business and giving them opportunities. I did that with my son. It went roughly for him, but he learned some valuable lessons with two different gumball machines that were both vandalized and stolen out of our laundromat. But the point is, we have opportunities to use our laundromats, yes, to serve our communities, yes, to achieve our financial goals, but also to help teach the next generation business. So congrats to Crosby Willis out there, Wills out there in Loomis for snagging a vending machine and putting it in the laundromat. Again, we got a link to that in our newsletter if you want to check him out. He's got a big grin standing next to his vending machine there. Out in Texas, in Houston, I wanted to point this out because this is a little scary, but a laundromat was sued out in Houston, Texas for negligence after a chair collapsed. And the prosecution is basically saying that there were no warning signs present or any other signs of caution near the area where the chair collapsed. And that's all it took for a lawsuit to happen. Now, obviously, the laundromat owner is saying there was no way for them to know the chair was going to collapse and that there was any danger. And so, but there's a lawsuit there. And all of this just to say, and the lawsuit is ranging between $250,000 to $1 million for damages, medical expenses, pain and suffering, mental anguish, physical impairment, and disfigurement. So this is a big time lawsuit. So this is just another word of caution for us. Number one, to make sure we're taking care of our business and things are safe. And number two, make sure you've got appropriate insurance, because that is something that definitely can take you down, and we don't want that happening. So just a good reminder there. And finally, I'm going to wrap this thing out with a forecast that has been put out there by OpenPR, and they are forecasting that our industry, the laundromat service market, is going to grow to $17.93 billion by 2030. Right now, we're $15.98 billion, and they're expecting a 1.7% growth annually, average annual growth. And so, hey, things are looking good. We're still growing here. And this is automated laundry service. And I genuinely think that the service side of the industry, the service side of our business, our drop-off laundry and our pickup and delivery, are going to grow significantly faster than that. And so now is a great time to be in laundromats. If you're someone who's looking to get into the laundromat game, check out laundromatresource.com. Stay informed with laundromat news today, and get after it, because this is a great time to be getting into this business. We're expecting growth, and I think a lot of it. And listen, a lot of great things are happening with technological developments, more sophistication coming into this business, and owners collaborating more than ever to help each other grow our businesses, which I love to see. So that is this week's Laundromat News today. We will see you next week for another rendition and another roundup of your laundromat news. Have a great evening or morning whenever you're listening to this.